Welcome to the Jamey Chadwell Show, sponsored by Hendrick Toyota. Kevin O'Rourke alongside the head coach of the now two-time reigning city champs here in Charleston. CSU a 20-18 win over the Citadel on Saturday in front of a record crowd at Buccaneer Field. Bucks go for a perfect September for a second straight year as they hit the road for the first time this week at Charlotte. And Jamey, a lot of special moments for you in your year plus as head coach, and Saturday was another one.
It was. The record crowd was great. It was tremendous. I thought it was a good college football game, and to be able to come out on top in that type of environment and the expectations that our team had for that game, it was a pretty special night, and I'm proud, really just proud for our university and our loyal supporters that they're able to be a part of what we're building here and do something special like that people remember down the road.
Get out to an early lead, a couple of long drives in the first half. Second half, big plays, Hammond's punt return, 2 turnovers on defense, and again and again, you guys just seem to find ways late to win close games.
Yeah, I think our guys, just believe in what we're doing. I'd obviously love to have a little bit of a cushion, but we're finding at the time we need to make some plays. We're finding it. We're not making them when we have a chance to maybe put the game away. I felt like we had a chance to put it away there a couple times and didn't do it. Just couldn't capitalize on some things. But we needed a big play, that turnover. We needed a big return. You mentioned the punt return, but I think the kickoff return was huge as well there after they scored. So our guys just believe in each other, and they don't focus on anything but just being in that moment. And I think you're seeing that. And sometimes you'd rather have a team that knows how to win than maybe a team that's good. And I don't think we're a good football team right now, but our team knows how to win. And when you know how to win, good things happen, and we're getting better and better each week, and I'm anxious to see how we continue to grow.
CSU able to open its season-opening homestand at 4-0. Again, hit the road this Saturday at Charlotte, but we'll take a look at some first-half highlights from Saturday's game against the Citadel. First, a crowd of almost 8,000 on hand. You guys have gotten out to a lot of quick starts. Defense is kind of controlled early, but then your offense put a couple of drives together.
Yeah, we were, there was only 3 possessions total for us in the first half, and I think they had 4. And so we knew that it was going to be that type of game with both teams grounding it out and doing some things of that nature. And I thought it was important that our defense was able to get them off the field early. They got a drive. We were able to get the ball, get them stopped on a third down, and they decided to punt. And that was big for us. We didn't need them to drive down and get any points. Be able to stop them on a 3rd and 2 like that, I think, was big. And he decided not to go for it and punt the ball back to us. And we actually got a little drive going, made a couple first downs, had some penalties that hurt us. But we felt like we had a good plan and was able to take advantage of it. I thought we did some good stuff there, but we shot ourselves in the foot a couple times, and they were able to get us off the field. But you see Austin here running and got us some good field position, and got a chance to make some good happen. Then we get a sack, have a protection breakdown, and then we have to end up punting. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and forever, and we punt back to them, and hopefully our defense can stop them.
Scoreless game here in the first quarter. Jake Stenson able to take this one into CSU territory, but they get some of that taken back on a penalty, and your defense able to get a big stop, and they did that throughout the night when they had to.
They did. I felt like they played their assignments very well and made Citadel earn everything they got. And then we had a chance to go to work. I think you saw Colton Korn come back. Colton obviously was hurt earlier in the year, and first extensive action he's seen, and he came up big for us. I think him and Austin have a great rapport with each other, and we get a nice drive here going down to end the first quarter, into the second quarter, move it down, have a chance to hopefully get a touchdown. Ray Rowe makes his first game of the year here, coming off of a suspension for him. It was good for him to get in there, have a chance to get in the end zone here for a touchdown, and just get up short. We have to end up selling for a field goal. David Kennedy knocks it in, but we had a good drive, controlled the clock, kept their offense off the field, and go up 3-0. Defense is rested when they come out, and hopefully they can make some plays.
23-yard field goal for David Kennedy, capping off a drive highlighted by that Colton Korn reception. 4 of his catches Saturday's game converted 3rd downs into 1st downs. Your defense comes out, gets them off the field right away again.
Yeah, it was important for us. We got them in a 3rd and long. We wanted to make them go 3rd and 7, have a chance there to get them off the field. We do. And then it allows us to go back to work. Danny Krogan comes in for this series here and does a good job of driving us down the field and putting us in position and spread the ball around. I thought you saw Christian get loose a few times. We threw the ball to some different people and really took advantage of our throwing game and tried to take advantage of some things they were doing in the secondary and get a nice drive.
able to make a lot of nice plays underneath with some of the cushion the Citadel corners were giving you guys. Austin's going to end up coming in on this drive, another 3rd and long that you get into, and he finds Colton Korn for 17 yards to set up 3rd down on this play upcoming after this one.
Yeah, Danny, helmets get knocked off. Austin comes in there. We have a bad snap, so we're 3rd and long. Looks like we have to settle for a field goal. Austin makes an unbelievable throw. Colton makes a great catch, and then we're 1st and goal, and then Austin takes it in right here for the touchdown. So there's about 5 minutes to go in the half. We're up 10-0, and so we feel like we're in a nice position. Citadel's credit, they get a good drive here going and eat up the rest of the clock. They make some plays on 3rd down that were good. We get them into a 4th and short, and they're able to make it. Obviously, that's offensively they can. That's what their offense is built on, and they get a nice drive in here. And we got our goal now is once we're down here, we just can't let them get a touchdown. And you'll see our guys playing hard, but they're making some nice plays. They got a chance here to get one. They get down inside the 15, 10-yard line. They get a penalty, and so then they have to go back to work. But their quarterback was a good player. He does a good job there, and I'm glad he's a senior.
You mentioned the limited possessions in the first half, 14-play, 13-play drives for you guys. They come back with a 16-play drive here. And Malcolm Jackson able to deflect it away, not looking, but goes your way there, and you get a big stop here on 3rd down.
Sometimes you better be lucky than good, and that's what we were right there. But we get a big stop, hold them to a field goal attempt. We actually blocked this field goal, get a hand on it, and it was just fortunate for them. It was a short kick, but thought we played pretty well the first half. Obviously, we'd like not to give up any points there, but we did. And but in our game plan, we wanted to control the clock, keep it away from them, try to win the time of possession. That's something we've been known for. Obviously, they're known for that, and I felt like we did a great job of that. Put them behind the 8 ball there, and so going into halftime, we're feeling good about where we're at.
Colton Korn, kind of the star of that first half for you guys offensively. What makes him so good on 3rd down?
Well, I think it's because people are so surprised that he's open, because he probably can't run that fast, and he's about 160 pounds soaking wet, and they're like, we don't have to cover this guy, one of those deals. But he just has a great knack for finding an opening and sort of knowing where he needs to be, where he's at on the field. And I think one thing that's at receivers, control your body. And he can control his body up in the air, be able to make a catch and know where he is. And he just does a great job of that. And he's just got a great knack of understanding football. And he's been big going into last year. He's just been that guy. Everybody, I guess, labels him as a possession receiver. And but he's smart with what he does. He knows his limitation, knows his strengths, and huge key for us.
Bucks on top of the Citadel, 10-3 at halftime. We'll take a look at an exciting second half after this. You're watching the Jamey Chadwell Show, brought to you by Hendrick Toyota. Welcome back to the Jamey Chadwell Show, sponsored by Hendrick Toyota. Charleston Southern on top of the Citadel by a score of 10-3 this past Saturday at halftime as we move into some second half highlights. And you guys get the ball to open here in the second half after a strong first half. What was your message to the team in the locker room?
Well, we felt like we played pretty well. We had a couple mistakes, extending some drives, and thought we had a good plan coming out. So continue to do what we're capable of doing. Very disappointed in our opening drive. Felt like we came out. We missed a couple plays that we usually make as far as reads and things, and so we were able to punt it. We have to punt to them, and they get good field position off of it. And so very disappointed, but our defense came through, 3rd down, put them in a 3rd down situation where we got a chance to get them off the field. They drop a pass, and then Darius Hammond with just an unbelievable individual effort here running, makes everybody miss, tells the punter just to get off of him. And, I mean, that's a huge play in the game. It obviously gives us great momentum. I think one thing that went unnoticed with this, though, is defense goes right back out, and so you're a little winded from earlier, and so they get a nice drive here. Have a chance to really get a play there, have a chance in interception, don't make it. But to Citadel's credit, they answered our momentum and took it back from us, and their quarterback does a nice job of carrying the football and making some plays.
74-yard punt return for the touchdown for Hammond, longest in Charleston Southern history. Citadel, as you said, answers back here. Miller, this is a big play, gets them into a 4th and manageable. They're able to convert.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 13, and we make a call there with maybe thinking they're going to throw it. They run it, get a lot of it back, and so I know Coach wishes he had that one back there, but they do a good job. They get a drive. They get right back in the football game. They stop us, so we have to punt to them, and then a great play here. causing a forced fumble. We're able to recover it, gets us the ball in great field position. We go back to driving and moving the football and start eating the clock. We convert on a 3rd down and 7. Colton again, big huge play, gets us down inside the 30-yard line. Have a chance at a touchdown here, and Jared makes a great catch, but we need that play to keep going for a touchdown to give us the 2-touchdown lead. We end up getting stopped on 4th down, having some penalties there, so don't make some plays. David Kennedy comes in and kicks a field goal. So we go back up 10, so we got that lead back where we're at. We're in the 4th quarter, so we're feeling pretty good about it. And then they go back to work and start making some plays. We get them in a 3rd and 3, and they're driving and moving the football.
32-yard field goal by David Kennedy gives the Bucks a 20-10 lead. Siddle again able to put a long drive together, a pass interference here in the end zone, gets them down close, and they're able to take it in and then cut it to a 2-point game after the 2-point conversion.
They did. They they drove it down. They got a good call for them from that continued to drive. We had a 4th down stop, and then they were able to get it in 20-18. And we need some plays. It's a tight game here. About 5 minutes left. Darius Hammond again, and our special teams. We get some great blocking. He gets a great return, gets us out to about the 50, 48, almost 50-yard line, and then we go to try to go to work to get down there and make some plays. And we put ourselves in a situation to we get a pass interference call here. DB's holding us on a release, so it's a great call by the referee there. And we go back and we're driving. We get down inside there in the red zone where we feel like we needed a chance to make a play, miss a field goal. They get the ball back. And so very unfortunate for us to not be able to capitalize on that.
Bucks cling to a 2-point lead here in the 4th quarter. Malcolm Jackson gets in there. Zach Johnston a tackle for loss, and Miller almost able to evade pressure here, but force enough to force the incompletion and get the ball back here. Danny Krogan comes into the game offensively, and Stephen Cagle, good time for his first career catch.
Yeah, huge, and he actually made somebody miss. Was a shock there, but it was a nice job by Cagle. Again, we're trying to move the football, win the game here on offense, so we tried to play aggressive, have a chance right here at a touchdown to put us up and end the game there. We just slightly underthrow it, and so that puts us back in some 2nd and long. Here on 3rd down, we try to catch them on a little reverse, actually have a chance at a play. We missed one block there, and they do a good job. We want to run the clock as much as possible as well, not make them use their timeouts, and feel like, hey, they can't drive that length of the field on a 2-minute. But to their credit, their quarterback made some nice plays on scrambling. We had them covered down and made some nice plays there, and put themselves in a position there to make some plays. And fortunately for us, they get in the 3rd and short, and their guy just drops the football, and Zach Johnston recovers the football. It's a huge victory right here, obviously, for us. Anytime you get in victory formation, that you're doing something good, and it's a great win for our program.
Austin Brown takes the knee, and celebration for the Bucks, 20-18 the final score, and just to have that type of crowd, type of atmosphere, to have them come in here and win a game like that, it's just a great thing for your program.
It is. We've had some obviously great, I think, fan support since we've gotten here, and our program's tried to climb, and obviously Saturday was just unbelievable. And to be able to beat the team down the road that you probably don't get a lot of respect from, to be able to do it 2 years in a row, and when I guess you get looked down upon a little bit by those, it makes it a little bit more special. And so, but it's one game. It's what we told our guys. It's one game. We expect to win games like that now. There's not hope, and so our guys expect that now, and it was good. But we got to move on and get ready for the next one.
How about those momentum-changing plays, particularly defensively in series in the second half? The 3-and-out after you guys went 3-and-out at the start of the 3rd quarter, the turnover after they had cut at the 7. Every time it seemed like they got the momentum, your defense made a play to change that.
They did. It was big, and I thought I'll mention special teams too.
Right.
Every time we needed something to happen, whether to get a big 1st down to extend a drive or a turnover, our guys made plays, and they've come to expect that. We talk about it all the time is football is a game of momentum, and whoever has it, great things start happening. And if somebody does have it, we got to try to seize it from them. Coming off a touchdown, you got a chance kickoff return to make get some momentum, which we did. And defense, when you're put in a situation where it looks like they've got something going, we need a big play, and somebody came up with it. And something we've preached constantly is about somebody's got to take the momentum and run with it. And more than not, those plays have went our way since we've been here. So you can call that the Lord's blessing, or you can call that just guys taking advantage of opportunities. But they're doing a good job of that.
So CSU beats the Citadel for a second straight year, 20-18 the final score. A couple of fourth quarter turnovers were big in that effort. Damaris Freeman has been big on the Bucs defense thus far, and we got a chance to talk to the senior safety earlier this week. You're watching the Jamey Chadwell Show, sponsored by Hendrick Toyota. Damaris Freeman emerged as one of the top defenders in the Big South in 2013. After missing almost all of 2012 with an Achilles injury, Freeman led Charleston Southern and ranked 4th in the league with 90 tackles. The result? An all-conference honor. As for the impetus to Freeman's success?
Hard work and dedication. About that year I set off, I took time and studied the film. I became a student of the game. Coach Woodson used to be coach here. He used to tell me, now don't let this year be a waste. Make sure you study the game. So that's why I took initiative to study the game, to study splits, to study the offenses wise. I was looking up Urban Myers. I tried to do everything I took for me to learn football so I can be a better player this year.
Freeman has continued to produce this year. His forced fumble Saturday was instrumental in the Bucs' second straight win over the Citadel. Second on the team with 25 tackles, the fifth-year senior is helping lead a unit that ranks 3rd in the country in total defense. He has made an impression on first-year defensive backs coach Corey Peoples.
All summer he kind of stayed on the field. It don't matter if you come up here what time it is, you're going to catch him in there watching film on the field getting work.
Physicality wasn't always a strong suit for the hard-hitting safety. Hard work in the weight room, though, has transformed Freeman into a presence in the secondary.
Yeah, I put on quite a bit of weight. Since freshman year, I was like 170. Now I'm like 215. The process has been hard. My first 2 years, I didn't gain so much weight, but when Coach Scott came here, he worked me very hard. I was on a milk diet. I drank a gallon of milk a day. That was tough, y'all. It was crazy, but it's a good process. I love lifting weights. I try to lift every day. They always say I'm a meathead, so I try to lift as much as I can.
Freeman is also doing what he can to lead a young secondary. The role of team captain is one the West Palm Beach, Florida native has run with.
One thing about Damaris, we kind of hold him accountable for getting all the guys situated. He does a great job. One thing about him, we don't have to be around. He'll make sure all the guys got pen and paper out. He leads by example. He's what you call a player's coach. He'll call team meetings on his own. He'll call position meetings on his own. He'll get the guys lined up.
Lining up in an NFL uniform next fall is a dream of Freeman's. He doesn't have to look far for an example. Damaris's older brother, Willie Young, a former North Carolina State star, is now a defensive lineman for the Chicago Bears. The feeling of seeing his brother play on Sundays is hard to put into words.
Oh my gosh, it's like a dream come true. Like I just had to see him from growing up to always wanting to be in the NFL, to dream about it, to work all the hard work he put in. It's just a God. It's a blessing. It's just a blessing. That's the only way I can sum it up. It's exciting to see him play every Sunday. He's not starting right now, but he's getting a lot of playing time. He had 2 sacks the last game against 49ers, so that was pretty cool. And he does a little dance, fishing, catching fish. He always say going fishing when he catch sacks. So I try to do that when I get his sack, but it ain't came yet.
Freeman will keep working for that sack and keep focusing on what lies ahead as CSU hits the road for the first time Saturday at Charlotte.
I will always preach to take the next step, play the next play. So that's why I'm trying to tell my players, my young DBs, and just the defense in general, to play the next play, to work hard in the weight room, to working hard in the classroom, to just taking the next step. So it's very important for me to be a leader for us in this defense.
Welcome back to the Jamey Chadwell Show, sponsored by Hendrick Toyota. And just heard from senior safety Damaris Freeman. He was a guy who led you in tackles last year, Jamey, and a really important part of your defense.
Yeah, he's words can't describe him. One, obviously being a fifth-year senior, just his leadership that he's got back there, because we have a lot of young guys, and the place means a lot to him, and the way he wants to finish means a lot. So he's been a key for us in the time that we've been here, and he gets a lot of recognition, and it's well deserved. And so you're going to see him, I think, continue to get better, because he really loves the game and does everything necessary to try to be great, and that's what you want with guys that have been here that long.
Challenge for DeMaurice and the Bucks this week. First time on the road. 6 of the Bucks' final 8 games of the season actually coming away from home. It starts this Saturday against Charlotte, and that's a team you guys played here last year. Were able to handle them their first year as a program. What have you seen their biggest steps forward year 2?
Well, I think 2 things. One, the understanding of their schemes now, being their second year, it's like anything. They're a lot better in the way to handle that. And then now, too, just really the way that they're playing, using the speed and the physicality that they have. They just really jump out to you on video. So by far the best team that we've seen this year as far as all facets, the speed and the size that they have. And that's one thing that's going to have to be, we're going to have to do a good job of trying to match that speed that they play with. And so it's going to be a huge challenge. Got a lot of young guys going on the road for the first time. I think that's new too. Anytime you go on the road, there's a dynamic there that you got to be aware of, and so we've got to do a good job of making sure we take care of business and the things that we can control there. So it's going to be a 60-minute game, and we've got to do a good job of controlling their quarterback, who's a really good player, and they got athletes everywhere.
That's Matt Johnson, the quarterback for Charlotte. And look at him here. They opened the year 3-0, a couple blowout wins. Fell at Elon this past week, 20-13, and defensively last year they struggled, but seems like they've made some steps forward there.
They have. They've really, the guys that they've had obviously next year with them developed tremendously. The thing that you notice on their defense, that they're so much more physical than they were last year. I mean, they're when they have a chance to hit the quarterback, they're getting after him, and they're doing a lot of different looks that can confuse you. And so I think they've made strides in a lot of areas, but they're much improved on defense, which will be a challenge for us because we're not improved on offense right now. So we've got to make sure that we do a better job there. But it's going to be a good game and another good challenge for us as we continue to try to make our program better.
Good, you think, to be on the road after a big kind of emotional win over Siddle to kind of get away as a team?
I think there is some good when you go away because it's only you and you against whoever's there, and you can really focus in on those things and things of that nature. When you're playing some younger guys, I think you like the comfort at home because they're used to a routine. This is the first time we're doing something different, and so how does that routine get them out of it? So there's a give and take either way. I've always thought there was something special about playing on the road just because of going into a hostile environment and those things, and I felt like we played pretty good on the road. So I'm anxious to see how our team's going to come out and perform, and I think we'll be ready to go down there and play well.
So 12 o'clock kickoff this Saturday at Charlotte. Make the trip up to the Queen City if you can. If not, the game's on TV here in the Charleston area on MyTV. Charleston Southern takes on Charlotte this Saturday on MyTV, as we said. For Jamey Chadwell, my name is Kevin O'Rourke. Thanks for watching the Jamey Chadwell Show, sponsored by Hendrick Toyota.